What if everything you desire is already within you, but fear has convinced you it's out of reach? What if the life you crave is waiting, yet you keep postponing it for tomorrow? I'm Muniba Mazari, a voice for resilience and hope, reminding the world that strength is born from struggle and that brokenness can still create beauty. Stay connected, subscribe, and let's walk this journey together. Because your transformation begins the moment you choose yourself. What if the greatest tragedy is not that your life ends, but that you never truly lived it? What if the slowest kind of death is not physical, but the death of your spirit, your courage, and the dreams you once carried inside you? Think about it. Every day, countless people walk through life already buried beneath fear, doubt, and regret. Their bodies move, but their hearts are silent. Their dreams fade quietly, unnoticed, until one day they are gone forever. And maybe, in some corner of your own life, you feel that same silence, the weight of dreams you once believed in but no longer chase. The truth is brutal, but it must be faced. It is possible to be alive and yet no longer living. To wake up every morning and still feel like something inside you has already died. That inner death doesn't happen in one moment. It happens slowly, when you silence your voice, when you bury your passion, when you let fear decide your future. But here's the good news. If you can hear these words, you still have breath in your lungs. And as long as you're breathing, it is never too late to come back to life. The first step is facing your truth before it buries you, pretending you're fine when you're not, ignoring the ache inside, convincing yourself that settling is enough. These lies will suffocate you. Honesty is not weakness. It is the spark of freedom. Look at where you are, not where you pretend to be. Face the gap between the life you live and the life you dream of. That raw honesty will hurt, but it is the pain that wakes you up. Only when you face your truth can you begin to rise from it. And then comes the second rule. Kill the voice of fear before it kills your potential. Fear is the master thief. It whispers that you're not ready, not good enough, not worthy. It disguises itself as caution, as logic, as safety. But in reality, fear keeps you in survival, never in growth. It tells you to hide when you were meant to step forward. And if you listen too long, your dreams will starve. The only way to silence fear is through action. Not massive leaps at first, but small, daily acts of bravery. Speaking up when you'd rather stay quiet, trying when failure feels certain, moving forward when standing still feels easier. Every act of courage shrinks fear's power and strengthens your soul. If you stay with me until the end, you'll discover the rules that don't just save your dreams, but resurrect your spirit. Because this isn't about motivation that fades tomorrow. This is about reclaiming your life before it slips through your fingers. Stay, because the shift you've been waiting for is already beginning. You are not finished. You are only waking up. When you begin to face your truth and fight the voice of fear, something inside starts to awaken. But awakening is not enough. You need fuel to keep that fire alive. The people you choose to stand beside you will either breathe life into your spirit or slowly drain it until nothing remains. Energy is contagious, and if you surround yourself with those who constantly doubt, complain, and diminish, you will slowly become the reflection of their limits. But when you place yourself among those who believe, encourage, and push you higher, you begin to rise with them. Protect your circle like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Every conversation, every influence, every presence you allow into your space either strengthens your dreams or suffocates them. Choose wisely, because your future is shaped by the voices you listen to. But even with the right people around you, the fire will face storms. Life will test you with setbacks, disappointments, and losses that cut deep. Pain can feel like an ending, but it can also become the doorway to transformation. The difference lies in how you choose to see it. Every scar carries a lesson. Every wound hides strength you didn't know you had. Growth is often disguised as struggle, and resilience is born in the very moments you wish had never happened. When you stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What can this create in me?" Your pain becomes progress. It becomes proof that even the hardest blows cannot break you if you keep standing. Your challenges do not define you, they refine you. Let every setback sharpen your vision instead of stealing it. Let every disappointment push you deeper into the person you are meant to become. And above all, remember this: coming back to life is not a single event, it is a daily choice. You cannot rise once and expect to stay at the top. You must choose resurrection every morning, even on the days you feel weak, especially on the days you feel weak. Build small rituals that keep your spirit alive, whether it's a word you speak to yourself, a habit that strengthens your body, or a practice that clears your mind. These daily acts become anchors, reminders that you are still alive, still moving, still capable of becoming more. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. The power lies in showing up again and again until rising becomes who you are. Every time you choose truth over denial, courage over fear, growth over pain, and persistence over surrender, you reclaim another piece of yourself. Piece by piece, choice by choice, you rebuild the life that once felt lost. This is how you rise from the ashes of your own limitations. This is how you breathe life back into dreams that once felt dead. Time is moving, and every breath you take is a reminder that your life is not endless. The clock does not stop, and every day lost to fear, hesitation, or doubt is a day you never get back. The greatest tragedy is not that death comes, but that so many reach it without ever truly living. Your dreams were not placed inside you to be ignored, postponed, or buried. They were given to you to be lived, breathed, and brought into reality. You cannot wait until conditions are perfect, because perfection is an illusion that robs you of the present moment. The only time you have is now, and the only chance to live is the one that lies in front of you. Think of the person you will one day become. Imagine yourself years from now, standing at the end of your story, looking back at the choices you made. Will you remember a life of hesitation filled with what-ifs and almosts? Or will you remember the fire of taking risks, the power of rising after falls, the joy of knowing you gave everything inside you to your purpose? That version of you is already waiting. You decide right now which memory you will give them: regret or fulfillment, silence or impact, a life wasted or a life fully lived. The rules you have embraced are not temporary guidelines. They are the foundation of your rebirth. Facing your truth sets you free. Silencing fear gives you power. Surrounding yourself with the right people gives you strength. Transforming pain into progress gives you wisdom. Committing daily to your resurrection gives you momentum. Together, they form the blueprint for a life that cannot be buried before its time. You don't just follow them once, you live them every day until they become part of your nature. They are the pillars that carry you forward when everything else tries to pull you back. Your dreams are not dead. They are waiting for you, calling for you, demanding that you breathe life into them before your final breath is taken. You have been given the gift of another day, another chance, another moment to rise. Do not waste it. There is a strength inside you that has not yet been used, a fire that has not yet burned to its full flame. The world does not need a smaller version of you. It needs the full force of your spirit alive and unleashed. So choose to rise now. Choose to act while you still can. Choose to live so fully that when your last moment comes, you will not fear it. You will meet it with peace, knowing you left nothing unlived, nothing unsaid, nothing undone. Don't die before your dreams do. Let them live through you until the very end, and leave behind a life that proves you were truly alive. Every dream carries within it the weight of responsibility. It is not enough to simply want more from life. You must be willing to step into the discipline, the sacrifice, and the consistency that real transformation demands. Desire is the spark, but commitment is the fire that keeps you alive. Without commitment, your dreams remain shadows, drifting endlessly without form. With commitment, even the smallest step forward becomes powerful, because it is proof that you have chosen to fight for the life you deserve. Every choice you make either moves you closer to your purpose or pulls you further away. There is no neutral ground.